Welcome to this short post-work yoga class. My name is Roseanne. I'll be your guide today. Today we'll focus on the hips or the hip flexors, as they often get tight when we're seated a lot at work, and the feet in case you're someone who has to stand a lot at work, and a little bit as well for the rest of the body to loosen things up. So let's meet in tabletop, so on our hands and our shins. And from here, can extend through the spine or arch the spine. It could be small to start and round. Again, don't have to go to your full range of motion yet. Maybe things are tense right now. Let's see if we can bring some fluidity and inhale to extend and exhale to round. And this movement will grow as you press actively through the hands while drawing the finger pads slightly toward one another. This creates some strength through the hands, supporting the wrists. Notice how your hands feel after work here today. 2 more. Last time, arch, round, and then sit your bottom almost to the heels, and then rock forward. Sit back, rock forward. And just see how the wrists feel with this motion. One more time, come forward and sit back, perhaps all the way. If this doesn't serve you, you can sit cross-legged instead. Take those hands, interlace the fingers, and roll out the wrists. And then press the palms away in front of you, and then lift the arms overhead and circle the arms around. Cross the thumbs the opposite way that feels comfortable and press the palms away. And inhale as you reach up. Exhale to circle. Again, opposite cross of the thumbs, press, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, circle. One more time, opposite thumb cross, reach the arms out, lift the arms overhead, and circle them round. Come on to the shins if able, and step forward with that right leg. Hands can be on hips here, or arms can reach perhaps in line with the ears or as close as you can get. 90-90 here in this variation of the lunge, and start to rock forward and back just a little. Also stay still. Come to stillness if not already there, and rotate toward the lead leg. Arms can open. Arms reach up as the torso turns forward. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Arms open as you rotate. Come back to center. Reach up tall. Rotate. Lift. And revolve. Back to center. Inhale. The hands can come down, maybe even wiggle through the fingers as they do so. Plant the hands, adjust your stance as you need here in this low grounded lunge, and then lengthen the lead leg as you flex through the toes. I like to inhale here and exhale to come forward back into that low lunge. Again, walk the hands back, flex your front toes, lengthen, and then again, rebend. So if you like this to explore the hip, one more time, come back, inhale, and exhale, come forward, and hands come to the inseam of the lead leg. Press through those hands. You might tuck back toes and lift the back knee off just to see how that feels in the hips. No need to do so, but I like the stretch sensation I get lifted rather than knee down. Pausing here. Breathe wide into the back of the heart. One more inhale. And sigh as you exhale. Set the back knee down if it was lifted. Hands frame that front foot again as you lengthen the lead leg. Walk the hands back. Flex toes again. Think of your hips traveling back in space here in the hamstring stretch. Sometimes the low back becomes tense because the hamstrings are tight. Or inhale. And as you exhale, slide that right leg in closer. Plant the foot near the body. And here, lean forward. You may feel, if you're tight, a stretch into the back of the Achilles here. You could again do that little rock as long as the knee feels comfortable, because we have the support here of the hands. And you might stay forward, really ground through, especially the heel, sole of the foot, the toes might be a little lighter. One more inhale. And then exhale to bring the feet side by each, knees across from one another as you sit back onto the heels for toe squat. That might be here. Some days it is, for me too. Or you might be sitting right back. Try to make sure all those toes are untucked. As in you're not curling them. There's not some that are still kind of stuck. Splay them. Inhale. And exhale to return those hands to the earth. Untuck the toes, tap the tops of the feet. And walk those hands forward so you can tuck the toes once more, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Just move through the neck, shake the head. Yes. And shake it, no. And then bring that left foot forward, plant the foot back, shin returns to the earth in that lunge. Roll up through the spine. So we come into the 90-90 version first. Again, hands could be on the hips or at heart center, or lift them up and start to rock or explore the hip a little with some movement. A few more rocks or a few more breaths. Come back to stillness. Inhale. Exhale to rotate toward the left leg. Arms can sweep open. Arms reach up as you turn the torso back toward me and go to the opposite side. Inhale, center. Perhaps exhale to rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. And if you don't like that, just reverse it. Flip-flop the breath. That's okay. What feels strong for you gives you a sense of ease. One more each way. Last time to the right. Come back through center. Hands frame the front foot. As you bend that front knee richly, and then lengthen that same leg. And again, toes toward nose. Plant the foot, walk forward into the lunge, and come back into the hamstring stretch. Explore your breath here. Do more. Last time, come forward. And then hands both to the inside of the lead leg. Again, that press through the hands. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you prefer to tuck the back toes and lift back knee. few more breaths here as you try to make sure the head is in line with the spine. So not down here. Press. That forward head posture we get when we're seated at our workstation. Press the head back. Two more breaths, strong back leg. More inhale. And exhale to lower back knee if not already there. Frame front foot, lengthen lead leg. Again, find the hamstring. Stretch. And the length through the crown. I keep kind of rounding here. See if you can find that length. More inhale. As you exhale, slide that heel closer to the body. Foot grounds. And again, angle the body forward so you feel something in through the back of the shin. Firm up the foot. Few more breaths. A final inhale and a final exhale. And those feet come side by each again, knees parallel, and sit onto the heels. Again, make sure the toes aren't scrunched. This can be very intense. Maybe you want to roll the shoulders here. Maybe you want to play with rolling the head side to side. Just take a few breaths. Final inhale. And exhale to again place those hands on the earth. Release the toes. Tap, tap, tap. And perhaps, unless you prefer to sit cross-legged, sit onto the tops of the feet. Hands can come a little bit further behind the body to lean back, to open the fronts of the legs. Press through hands. Lower your tush back down and perhaps lift the knees off the earth. You might feel this in the tops of the feet, fronts of the shins a little. And lower back down. Slide those hands forward, land on the belly, and then press into forearms to extend through the spine into Sphinx. If it's in your practice, you feel really warm, only if you feel really warm, you could come onto the hands. Let the fingertips splay out. Inhale and exhale. Come on down. Hands slide closer to the body. Press yourself back into child's pose. Legs apart, legs together. Decide what works for you here. Maybe take the palms, press them together, and bring the thumbs to the back or the nape of the neck. And take a few breaths and stillness here. One more inhale. Exhale to release those hands. Slide them in toward you. Roll up through the spine. Just take a few breaths. And seated, could be also cross-legged. And then bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me for this short practice. Have a great rest of your day. Sat Nam.